One essential part of being a successful professional trumpet player is being able to navigate difficult technical passages like the ballerina's dance in Petrushka, or maybe the Tomasi trumpet concerto, or whatever Sergei Nikaryakov happens to be working on right now. I'm just kidding about that last one. I can say from my own experience that it took me a long time to understand that being successful at these passages and being able to play them consistently wasn't just a product of I played it over and over and over again, hoping that someday it would be better, but actually learning how to practice. How do I break this down? How do I understand what is my issue or my problems? What am I struggling with? And then how do I come up with a solution for that? And then how do I come up with a plan to make the new, better solution more habitual? As you'll see when you watch this, we started off with him just playing it, and immediately he encountered some issues, and he was just trying it over and over again without success. And so I think this video is a great look into what it looks like to slow down, to try to figure out what are the problems and what aren't the problems, and then how do I come up with a solution for the things I'm struggling with that makes it so I can access playing the excerpt with more ease and musicality. Before we dive in, I do want to say that it looks like I was screen sharing during this video, so it's not necessarily the most visually appealing video to be able to look at, but I think the content is really good.
Do you need to do the Ravel with me?
Yes.
Okay.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, sorry. Can I this is not something I've ever noticed about your trumpet playing, but I feel like you take very, almost like fast breaths. Right? It's like, boom.
Yeah.
I would try to go 1, 2, boom, or 1, 2, 1, boom. Like I always try to breathe in time, and then when you breathe with your back, it doesn't have to be, but it's boom. Just try to get like a fast.
Okay. I'm low. Sorry. One more time.
That's all right. Can you have, okay.
Well, how do you do this mute transition here? Because this is tricky.
Yeah, well, because it's only one valve and you don't need a slide for it, you could just have your hand there, like play it and have your hand there, ready to take it out. And then, yeah, like put it under your leg or put it under your crotch or whatever.
Okay.
Hang on, let me see. But it needs to have a little bit more separation. You play da, 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 it's bum, bum, bum. You went. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, I'm out of practice on it, but so the bum bum bum. And you want to bum, bum, bum. I try to take it all the way to beat the second big beat of 3 before 2. Bum, bum, ba.
All the way to big beat 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bum, 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 1, 2, 1, 2, boom, da da dun dun dum.
Okay.
Go 1, 2.
Yeah, I just didn't. I don't think I set small enough that time. Jeez.
You're all right. It also doesn't have to go quite that fast. Like if you shaved 4 clicks off and you felt like instead of da da dun dun da da da, it was da da dun dun da 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 dun da da dun da 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 dun dun da 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 dun dun da ga 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 dun da da dun da da dun da 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 dun.
Yes.
Like just like
so much better.
just feel like you are in control. Like it does not matter. Just feel like you're in control and you're not rushing anywhere.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still just not. I'm still.
It's all right.
not
Hey,
gonna
yo.
sound not the best.
Totally.
Oh.
Getting mad is not going to solve the problem. What is the problem?
I think I'm just setting too small. And I'm not too small. I'm setting too big, not small enough, and I don't think I'm breathing in time. I think that's it.
Yeah. So I want you to try not to think about setting right now. All I want you to focus on is going dun dun dun, and breathe with your back towards the thing, and then just play. Like I appreciate the micromanagedness of what you're describing as trying to like get it to be easy and everything like that. But I think when I get into a situation where I feel like I'm fighting the horn, almost always the thing is that my air is not moving. So like you might be, it's just like right now I just want you to focus on taking a great breath and to just play and see what the difference is.
Okay.
Okay, now let me ask you some questions before you get mad at yourself. Are you tired right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so fatigue is like a part of this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I am fatigued, like I have to play Alpine, the high D lick in Atlanta on Tuesday. And that's a lick that has sometimes not been easy for me to do. And so I've spent an inordinate amount of time going like just that. Because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, if my face is fresh, I can do this. So instead of like I've ran it a fair amount of times, but instead of just running it and running it and running it and running it and being frustrated, if I miss it once, I'll start doing repetitions like that. Where I'm like, I don't want to imprint that this is hard. I want to imprint that I can do this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell myself constantly, like, I can do this. Maybe it's fatigue. Maybe I don't yet like. Sometimes it is a grooved issue. Sometimes it's like the compression isn't right or whatever. Mm-hmm. But if I start right before it, I have the chance to actually think through like, ba ba ba. How do I want that? How do I want the A to the D to feel? Mm-hmm. Like, what do I want it to feel like? How do I want it to feel? So I just spend time going. And invariably, I cannot describe it to you. I work really hard to describe things, but I cannot describe this. There is a feeling about the air on that part of my tongue when it's forward in the upper register that if I just focus on keeping that there, it usually works. It's like, okay, cool. So, like, what that taught me is what I want to be thinking when I'm doing it in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like, when I get there, and now I'm just trying to do that over and over and over and over again. So, it doesn't take an insane amount of thought for that just to happen. You need to practice like that on this.
Okay.
Running it and being frustrated is not going to do it. Like, figuring out, and especially if you're fatigued, just play it one phrase at a time.
Okay.
And just get it to the point where you're like, yes, that's what I want it to sound like. And then trust that when you are less fatigued or you are fresh, you will be able to get through it. All right, so let's start with the last phrase. So I just want you to go. So we have 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 before 3. So it's G A B C da 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 dun da da dun da da dun da 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 da. I want you to play it slightly under tempo. Da 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 dun da da dun da da, and I want you to try to hit G da da G da da G da E da 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 G da G da 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 E da 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 da. Bum da da dun da da dun da 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 dum da 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 dum, because that matches up with all of the hits and things going on around there.
Okay.
Okay, da 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 dum da da dum da da dum, nice and easy. Okay, so why wasn't that clean? What's your best guess?
I don't think my airspeed was fast enough.
Okay, I want you to focus less on speed right now, and I want you to focus more on just feeling like it's connected.
Okay. Yeah,
So play right now. Play very long da 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 da, and see if that helps.
Okay.
Okay, better, yeah. Now just be insanely precise with your fingers and your coordination, because what was uncoordinated was like the measure before 3.
Yeah.
But that's not an issue of like range. It's not. I mean, a G on the top of the staff. I've heard you paste C sharps and stuff.
Yeah.
So you know the range isn't the issue here. It's likely support. It's likely like breathing with enough air support, and then playing with that air support. So do that exact thing one more time. Be very diligent about da da dun da da da. Are you double tonguing this or single tonguing?
Well, I have been single tonguing the last line, but that time I think I did double tongue a couple things in it.
Yeah. So just think through, like just for a second, like visualize through exactly what you want to do and how you want to sound, and then play it again long, like we talked about. Try to use that. I know it's short, and we'll get there. We'll get to how to play it in the style, but try to think you're going da 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 dee da da dee da da. You're really supporting on the note before the upper note.
Okay.
Okay, so that worked.
Yeah.
So you know that the problem is that you're like cutting off your air right before you try to play that G for the sake of playing short.
Yeah.
Okay, so now go da 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 dee da da. So it's like you're connecting it because it's open ended, but you're not sustaining as much. Okay, that sounded easy. Now connect it all.
Now?
Yeah, connect it all.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about the end.
Just single tongue it all. Yeah.
Yeah, if you can single tongue it all, I would. Right. So that was better, right?
Yeah, that felt great.
Right. So this is what you have, like, you have to practice this way. Yeah. Like, you can't just be like, oh, like, you have to assume, even at the level that you play at such a beautiful level, you have to assume that if something that is this within your capability is not going well, it's because your approach is wrong. And you should not take it for granted, and you should, so the breathing thing we talked about, breathing without tension, is like one of the pillars that I think you can look to. You could say, well, am I breathing deeply, or am I breathing in a shallow manner? You could look to that as a possibility of why things aren't feeling good. The thing we just did is the third pillar, which is consistent and energized air. Like, we made sure that even if the notes weren't like physically connected, there's like the sort of essence that the air is continuous underneath everything.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I understand how frustrating it is. And like, I get frustrated too, for sure. But like, that being like frustrated and just trying it again will not solve your problem, because even if you get it right, you won't know how you got it right.
You're so right. Oh my gosh.
So this way, you know how you got it right, so it's way easier to replicate playing that way.
Wow.
Make sense?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course. I'm just trying to encourage you, because I've actually never seen you quite that frustrated before, so this is like good to see how you like would handle that. So I would like you to you don't have to play the whole excerpt, the beginning part. Just play from 2 to 3 a little slower, and focus on breathing the way you just breathed, and focus on connecting the way you just connected, about da da dum dum da 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 dum da da dum, and just see what happens.
Okay. Whoops.
Yeah, I don't even think that I feel like that tempo is a good tempo. Yeah. It's like not even that slow. So that note has like more effort than necessary. It's like you're going da 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 da, and you're like pushing it, trying to play loud or big or whatever. It's just you're going to the E. And then I play. I'm going to play how I play it in slow motion. All right, so you can hear like what's long and what's short. Like, basically, the quarter notes are really the only thing that's short.
Yeah.
Right?
But you're still flowing through them.
Like, whatever. I missed a couple of notes. But the point I'm getting across is, like, I think you're just cutting off your air a ton in this excerpt. I think you're just not following through. So obviously, like, slurring it and doing the magic 3 can be useful, but I think just understanding. So I want you to do this one more time at this tempo, da 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 bum ba ba ba, and I want you to go da 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 da. I want you to play all of as to the best of your ability. Play the quarter notes separated, not short, but separated because we're at a slow tempo, and try to play the eighth notes with good articulation but longer.
Okay. That's like strained.
Da 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 da, but da da da. Nice
Okay.
and supported. Yeah, good. So in the last phrase, you sort of melded back in a little bit to like the style, which is fine. Now play everything like that, but think about playing the eighth notes. Like you're going to play the style now at that same tempo, but you want to think about that the eighth notes are leading you like as if you're playing it long, but you're not actually playing it long. So in your head, you're pretending it's long, but you're actually playing stylistically right. Deep breath. Okay, just play it like that. Do a number of repetitions so you get comfortable with that. That'll help bring a little bit of ease into the equation because you're just comfortable in letting go.
Wow.
But that's a lot better.
Wow, man, thank you so much.
Yes,
I mean,
that's my job.
That has been such a challenge for me. So,
As a coach, situations like these can sometimes be tricky because I don't myself know necessarily what is the problem right out of the gate. And so going through this process of exploration is, for me, as much as it is for my clients or the people that I'm working with, so I can figure out what is it not, what do we not have to focus on, and what is at the root of this issue that they're experiencing. In this case, we figured out that my client was just playing things too short. In an effort to play stylistically correct and trying to play things with lots of energy, he was sacrificing that good, healthy airstream that should be under everything. So playing things long and connected and gradually building towards the more stylistically appropriate version seemed to work. This is a process I learned from my graduate teacher at Northwestern, Barbara Butler, called the Magic 3. I've made a video about this, so I'll link that down below if you want more information on how to apply that to your own practice. At this point, we needed to take it from I understand what's happening, but I have to focus really hard to this is habitually the way that I play and it's easy and I don't have to think about it. And for me, that's usually just coming up with some version of a progression that goes from slow to fast while you're focusing on the things that will make you successful.
This is like you could think about it as like a protocol. It's like not ideal, obviously. But you could think about it as a protocol that's like, all right, I need to like regroove this. Like the way that I've been approaching it is not working for me. And although I should be running it and everything should be feeling fine, it doesn't. This is like a regrooving protocol. You start at 60% of the goal tempo. You do 5 reps a day for 3 days. And then it's going up by 4%. So let's just do 70 and 73. Right now, when you get done writing that down.
okay.
And you're going to do the whole excerpt, including the muted stuff.
Okay.
And it's fine with me if you play a little longer than you normally would. Just to drive home that feeling that your air is connected.
All right.
Deep breath. If it went like that at full tempo, would you be happy?
Absolutely.
Okay. So just take a second and do it at 73. Notice that your endurance is not like a problem even at a slower tempo.
Yeah.
So you know this, that immediately tells you that when you're having chop problems on this, it's probably not that your endurance tired. It's probably because you're cutting your air off. And you want to know the answer to that question so you can do something about it.
Wow. Yeah.
Beautiful. Let's do 76. Just stay up. Ba dee da 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 dee da 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 da. Just stay up for the A and the G. It's like you fell down a little bit, so the G was like an E.
Okay.
You're thinking da 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 dee da da dum bum, and I separate the D and the E that follows.
Okay.
Let me show you. You fell off of this note right here.
Yeah.
So you want to stay up here for this, and then it's like you're almost regrouping here. Ba da 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 dum bum.
Oh wow, yeah.
Da 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 dun da 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 dee da da dun dun.
Very cool. Yeah. Okay, 76.
Yeah, this will be the last one that I gotta bounce. Good. So you're 3 repetitions down. You have 2 more today, and then do not do any more.
Okay.
Just do your 5 reps, and then just trust that your brain is going to work it out. Your brain's going to be like, cool, we're going to work with that information while you sleep. When you come back tomorrow, it should be a little bit easier. When you come back the next day, it should be a little bit easier. And just trust that your brain is going to take care of the rest of this, and that you don't have to like hammer it home. Like 5 reps is more than I assign, as you know, generally.
Yeah.
So you just do your next 2 reps at that exact quality, and then just trust that it's going to happen. All right?
If you have any questions about this lesson, feel free to drop them in the comments below, and I would love to answer them. And if you want to see more videos of me teaching, go ahead and click the video on the screen. We'll see you in the next video.